Hi, happy Sunday. I think it's the 15th because it was Friday the 13th, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm sitting, oh, I got my poster and I'm sitting with my head in the way of it, and there I am. I haven't got much to show you today, really. What did I start today? Well, I'm using Zoe 24 karat crochet. I'm not showing anything of the pattern, I shouldn't, because I'm sure it's a free pattern off Ravelry, but just in case I'll bend it in half. She has got a couple of paid for ones and I can't remember whether this is one of them or not. It's a chunky ribbed hat. It's front posted and back posted. Normally I'm quite an average crocheter, you know, to tension and that, but I do think I'm going to have to start this again because it's just feeling a bit flopsy to me. I know it could probably make it into a slouchy hat, but I think that Zoe must be a much tighter crocheter than I am. I'm using this yarn, which you're not going to be able to see the label of because it's white writing on a pale blue label. I'll show you just in case you've got really good eyesight and you can actually spot it. It's Sirdar Soft Spun Chunky, and I did get it from Kemp's, although I did look the other day and it's all gone. So that's the one it is. You have to be whippy quick with Kemp's. You know, if you don't get in there when you see something, it's gone. I'm not talking about the normal yarns, I'm talking about the clearance yarns, which I love because you can get really decent brands like this is Sirdar at really good prices. I mean, obviously you don't have to be too fussy about what colour you want or whatever, you have to have what they've got. But I think I'm seeing a bit too much daylight through that, so I think I'm going to go on a smaller hook. I don't want to go any further and then discover it's too big and too flopsy. I'd rather do it now. Right, well I did put a bit of cream, I don't know whether you can see, oh, Lady Jane or not. I put a bit of cream material underneath this so that you could see it. I did manage to get it dry eventually because it just kept raining. I was trying to block it. Anyway, today, yay, the sun came out. Didn't stay out long, but it didn't rain. But I did manage to get it dried outside. It's got a fringe on it. Oh, if you'll excuse me taking her clothes off. I've just used a piece of, it's velvet actually. I think it was meant to be like for wedding dresses or something. But I used it as a backdrop when I used to take photographs of the baby things I made. But I really picked the wrong colour because a lot of my things were white and they didn't really show up on cream. Well, I think it's ivory. Is it winter white? I'm not a bride, so I don't know. Oh, my sleeve's still rolled up from before. So that's the shawl. There isn't a pattern for it. I just sort of did it. Oops, let's roll it up a bit. And put the fringing on it. I'm not sure whether I should be giving the fringe a bit of a haircut or whether it's okay as is, you know. I'm never sure about these things because sometimes when you start trimming, it's like when you're cutting hair, isn't it? You start off cutting 1/4 of an inch off and then you don't think it's level, so you start off cutting a 1/2 inch off. Before you know, you've got a fringe about that big, yeah. And it's quite a big shawl. Ooh, I don't think you can see it all. It's wider than my arm span. And it's done in, it is very, very soft. It has got a little bit of mohair in and some wool in it, but it is extremely soft. Now I've had this yarn in my stash for quite some time, so I don't think there's much point me telling you what it is because you dropped me fringe in my coffee then. I don't think you'll get it anyway, but it's going to go on Etsy. And guess who was lazy today and didn't get anything on Etsy? That's what I meant to do. That's what my day was going to be for, listing my things on Etsy. And I don't know what time it is now, but it's round about 9 o'clock-ish, and here I am. All I've done today is fringe. I mean, I was smiling to myself when I was cutting and putting fringe on because I'm not the quickest fringer in the world. And I was thinking, you know, these programs where they say you should be charging $10 an hour for your thing, and I'm thinking, I don't think anybody would want to pay me $10 just to put a fringe on a shawl. So that's that anyway. You have to excuse Lady Jane with her bits on now. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a brooch instead of my usual necklaces, it's because I decided to miss my mouth while I was eating my lunch. And I didn't feel like going up and putting, you know, clean t-shirt on and things like that. So this is a peacock that was bought for me, I think it was one of my birthdays, I'm not sure. But it came from Sue anyway, so it's a little peacock. So it is hiding the splurge of my lunch. Oh, you've all done it, don't act as though you're all better than me. Oh, did you hear that? Somebody's setting off fireworks. I mean, it's nowhere near bonfire night, is it? Can you hear them? Just frightening all the... it's not even Halloween. Oh, this is ridiculous. They're going on. It's good you my Buster learned, well, he didn't learn not to be frightened of me, he went deaf. But if Sky was here, he should be fighting with my curtains, trying to get through the patio doors, because she wants to chase them. Thankfully it's stopped. Let's hope it's stopped for a while. So that's my day really. I got up kind of late, but it was Sunday, you know. And then I had brunch. I think it was a bit of egg. But I'm not going to analyse it. It's just going to go into the washing machine. And I had such plans. I went outside obviously and pinned out the shawl while it was still sunny. I had written on Facebook, wow, it's a lovely sunny day, I've got the patio door open. And I should have kept my big mouth shut because within about a quarter of an hour the sun went in. I mean, it went dull and overcast, but it didn't actually rain. So, you know, we had a day in Manchester without rain, which was quite good, I thought anyway. So, I don't know. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was catching up on some YouTube videos. I am so far behind. I watch so many people. I'm not going to list how many people I watch because it would go on and on and on and on and on. But they've all seemed to be very prolific. And quite a few of them are doing Vlogtober. So I'm getting farther and farther behind, you know, and I'm thinking, oh my golly gosh. So I spent a lot of today just watching that. Yesterday I was talking with Grace on the computer, and we're going to have to do Google, Grace, because when I'm chatting to you and typing to you, I can't do my crochet. So like last night was a no crochet night, which is, you know, I get agitated when I don't have my crochet. We're going to have to Google face to face. That goes for anybody else who wants to talk to me. Can you please Google me? Or let me know on Facebook you're going to Google me, because I don't always have Google. Oh, switched on, I've got hair in my mouth now. It must be from the Shawl. I was actually talking to Karen as well last night, typing. And Kel, hi Kel. And we're going to have to get ourselves organised to do this Googling bit, you know. Because then we could all carry on doing something what we're doing, couldn't we, you know, and just chat. It's so difficult to, you know, when you're crocheting, you have to keep putting something down to type the answer. And especially if you're very chatty like we all were last night. We're going to have to get that organised, Karen. Get that organised, Grace, Kel. Yeah, we're going to have to get that organised. We did speak about it last night and we'd said we'd have to do that. Because we were wondering, you know, if we did decide to do it, how many people could actually join us on Google. I'm not quite sure. We used to Google with Erin quite a while back, and I can't remember how many people used to be on. Maybe 8, maybe 10, I don't know. It's a thought. Anyway, watch this space. So it is nice to catch up with people and see them, you know, as well as just type. Because I'm not being awful, but typing takes up so much crafting time. That's why you don't see me much on Facebook anymore, because I'm trying to keep off it, because I get into a conversation with somebody and I'm tap, 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 and the hours go by and I haven't done anything, you know, which makes me feel slightly that I've wasted my day, you know. It's not a waste of a day when you're talking to people and you're having such a good time, is it? I shouldn't think of it that way. That's not nice to say things like that. It's very rude, actually. Very rude. But it is nice to actually see face to face and chat, you know, rather than have to keep typing. So we're working on that. Watch this space. I don't know what I'm doing next apart from doing that hat, which I'm going to have to unpull. or I will not say frog. I hate that word frog. I know where it comes from. It comes from ribbit, doesn't it? But it doesn't sit well with me. I unravel, I unpick, I undo. I do not frog. Well, there you go. Look, I could wear it as a flower. But it's definitely going to come back, I've decided. I can poke my fingers through the holes in it. So it's definitely too slack for a hat. I mean, Zoe's pattern is just adaptable, that you could make it, you know, if I do it a lot tighter kind of thing, I can make it the right size going around. If I carried on like this, it would probably be so big, it would be more than a slouch, if you know what I'm saying. Be a floppy. And I'm not sure anybody would want a floppy. Right, well, I don't know what else there is to say, except I felt quite chirpy this morning, so I don't know why I didn't get anything done. I was going to do the housework, I was going to do this, I was going to do that, and I didn't do any of it. Hey, my get up and go has got up and gone, and I wish I knew what to do about it. I had a Lucozade, an energy drink, but that didn't do anything, and I shouldn't be having those anyway because of the sugar content and the caffeine or whatever it is. But they don't do anything for me when I drink one, you know. I don't suddenly get a load of energy like Kelly does. Hi Kelly, if you're watching, I hope your headache's better. She's been plagued by some migraines just recently, which isn't not very nice, is it? That's Kelly, I'm yarn inspired. That's why she's not been doing any videos recently, because she keeps getting these headaches. They are investigated, so don't worry about her. I was watching, what do you call the Cozy Cottage? I think she's Cozy Cottage. Anyway, she was mentioning that Clarissa Beth, is she called Clarissa Beth, you know, over on in Puerto Rico. She's the crochet cakes, that she had heard from her, and that she is safe and well, and they do have electric because they have solar panels on the roof, so they're one of the fortunate ones who's actually got power. I mean, it's really bad for people in Puerto Rico, and I'm thinking about Ephraim and his family that still live in Puerto Rico, and I hope that they're getting things sorted out for his grandma or great grandma, I'm not sure which one it is, that her house was affected. It had its roof blown, well, corner of the roof blown up, but there's such devastation over there, isn't there? And then there's these fires and then different things. And then I read on Facebook today that the crochet zombie Laura, her house burned down, and she's safe and well, but she's lost her dog and her cat, unfortunately. The baby's fine. But it must be, oh, so devastating to lose, you know, your property and your home and have to start from scratch. I mean, it's hard enough at any age, but somebody my age or a bit older, like Ephraim's grandma, it must be, you know, well, not the end of the world, it's not the end of the world, is it? But you know what I'm saying? It hits people harder, I think, the older people are. If you're younger, you're more resilient, you've got a bit more bounce, haven't you, with you? Bounce back from a disaster or things like that. But it's not nice for anyone, and I feel so sorry for anybody in the world who's affected by famine, floods. I mean, there isn't an awful lot we can do except just do our little bit for charity. Do what we can, donate what we can, crochet what we can, knit what we can. We're not millionaires, we're not billionaires, we can't change anything with the money that we've got, I mean, like you, like most other people, I get by. But, I don't have X number of pounds spare, to donate or to, give. I know it's all worthy causes, but, we're all, like, walking the tightrope, aren't we? You know what I'm saying? We were talking about this yesterday, actually. It's one of our topics of conversation. Talking about getting by and things like that, yeah. But we do, and we keep on going. If I was a billionaire or anything like that, I wouldn't be a billionaire for long, because I would be giving, to people who are struggling, really struggling. I'm not mean struggling as they can't make ends meet. I mean struggling when they've lost their home, when they've lost everything that they own and things like that, I would have to do something about it, I really would, yeah. But as I will never be a billionaire, I'll just have to keep on doing what I can. Well, it's Sunday and I woke up to the church bells ringing. I was going to do a little video because the sun was shining, and I was just going to show you that it doesn't always rain in Manchester. Although it is known as the rainy city. I've got a fly. Fly's been haunting me all day. I've opened the window about 3 times for it when it's been on the window to let it out. But it's so dumb, this fly. It flies back into the house when I open the window. I just don't get intelligent flies around here. So anyway, as I say, I was going to video this morning, but I was like dressed in my dressing gown, and I'm thinking, no, they don't want to just hear the bells ringing again and just see a bit of sunshine. So I vetoed that. I didn't get dressed until after my brunch, so I was a bit of a lazy. But that's what Sundays are for, isn't it? For contemplation, thinking about your life, thinking about the day, having a good relax. If you're religious, of course you go to church. I am religious, but I just don't go to church. I'm not one for formal religion. Although I used to when I was younger. I used to always be at church. But somehow, I don't know, it just seems I just like to have a conversation between me and whoever I think is my God. And we have long discussions. But I don't go to church. That might offend some of you, or some people may not be religious at all. Or you may have other religions, you may be a Muslim, a Jew, a Hindu, a Sikh, whatever, you might be any of those religions, but, Oh, that fly again. I mean, to me, religion is what you make it, whether you are religious or you're not. My thing is that we all do what we want to do, but you don't force it on other people, do you? You must be a so-and-so, you must be a such a thing. That's the thing that gets me, when people try to convert me to different things. No. If I wanted to convert to anything, I would go into it and go into it very, very carefully, read everything there is about it before I decided to change my religion. Yeah. So, that was because it was Sunday. I do sometimes get on my soapbox, don't I, some days when it's a Sunday or when it's another day. But I'm not on my soapbox for long. Because I believe in free speech, and I believe in freedom of people. I believe in freedom of genders, races, religions, sexes. I believe in religion. I believe in the freedom of speech for everybody, Although there has been some very strange speeches coming out of America lately. But I'm not going into that. I don't discuss politics. It's just that sometimes I'm like, what? I think you know what I mean. So I'm going to go now and maybe see who's on Facebook, which I shouldn't do because I want to do this hat and pull it back and start it again. But I feel really rude, if I don't go on Facebook at all. I feel as though I'm snubbing people. And I'm not really, it's just that I just don't want to spend hours of my life just sitting on Facebook, Besides which, it makes my legs go itchy and numb. That's my excuse. I've got to ring the doctor up sometime this week. Can't get an appointment, you never can. Because of me, is it HB1C test for my diabetes? I know what it'll be. It'll be a smack on the hand because you've not been doing as you're told. I don't like when people say you can't eat this or you can't eat that. That makes me automatically go into rebel mode. Don't know whether it's just me or what, but the minute somebody says you cannot have this, I want it. And I want it so bad, I'll have to go and get it. Whereas if they hadn't said that to me, I wouldn't have bothered, It's almost like being denied something, isn't it? You can never eat this again, or you can never eat that again. Me, inside, I go, oh yes, but I can. Whereas I think I really need to be told exactly why I can't eat this and exactly what it will do to me. And then I have a more understanding of it. But if they just rhyme a whole list off, like my diabetes nurse did, oh, you can't eat this, you can't eat that, you can't eat the other, you've got to cut down on these, cut down on this. And my brain just went into, what am I going to eat then? She's just denied me everything I have on my diet. Instead of giving you help and saying, you can go to this class and here are some recipes that you can learn to cook, that would be good for you for this. I don't want a bit of paper with a long list of things I can't eat, I want somebody to say, oh, that fly is bloody hell, me sorry for swearing. I would like somebody to say, come along to this cookery class and we'll show you how to make quick, easy meals that you can eat when you're a diabetic. And, stuff like that. I don't know why the NHS wastes so much money on treating people who've got full-blown diabetes, which I don't have, by the way. But rather than spend money on prevention. I mean, it's the same with dieting. They're very quick to tell you, yes, you can go to a diet club, you can go and join Slimmers World, Weight Watchers, whatever. But if you're limited for money, or if you're on a fixed income and budget, it would be nice if they had a programme where, I'm not saying for everybody, because most people wouldn't want to do it because they can afford it. But the vulnerable amongst us, the ones who've put on weight and we've got health problems because of putting on weight and things like that. If they only gave you, say, vouchers to go to a slimming club for, say, 6 weeks or something like that, just to give you the inners and outers of why, you should be doing this and why you should be doing that and what's good for you, what's bad for you. Yes, I know I can get a book off Amazon, I can get a book off eBay. And yes, I can Google it, but I am a visual kind of person. I'm a face-to-face kind of person. I like to go to a class, or I like to go somewhere where there's more than me. I mean, I go to the dietitian at the hospital, but it's just a question of, oh, well, what are you eating? And what, oh, you could do cutting that out, you could do with cutting that out. But once again, you don't get a diet sheet with recipes on it, you don't get anything like that. You just get, don't have this, don't have that, don't have the other, I mean, I just got offered, well, you could always have, you're a candidate for a gastric band or a gastric operation. And I'm like, I didn't go for that. I didn't go to have that operation. I went for help to get my weight down, you know, so that I'm more healthy. But, you know, to offer me like the gastric surgery and that, I said, no, that's not what I've come for. That, to me, is my last resort. I know some people have to do it because of different things in their life, and they get to the stage where they really need drastic help. But for me, I know that I could do it by myself if I had the incentive. But sadly, at the moment, I don't have the incentive, you know. I know what I should be eating, I know what I should be doing, but my brain goes la 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 la, and it goes off with the fairies. And I'm looking in the supermarket, oh, that looks nice, I think I'll have that for me tea. Not, I should look at the ingredients and see how much salt there is in it, how much sugar there is in it, how many calories are in it. I think to myself, I'm 72 next month, you know. I like my food to be what I want to eat, not what I have to eat. I mean, I went on that liquidizer diet one time. I did very well. I lost a stone in no time at all, but I was miserable. Miserable as sin on it. No, I have to have, my jaw has to chew, you know. Drinking stuff, no good at all. This is why I think I would veto a gastric surgery or anything like that, because you have to watch what you eat for the rest of your life. You can never go back to normal eating. You've always got to have pureed, liquefied, whatever food. Eat very sensibly, because you can die after a gastric band operation of malnutrition, because you're eating, filling yourself up, or eating the wrong things, you know. You need vitamins, you need all sorts. Oh, I can't even do it right when I'm all whatever. How did I get on that subject? Do you know, I keep telling you, my mind wanders off on its own. It shouldn't be allowed out on its own, my brain. It should be told where it should go and what it should do. I'm going to go now and pull my little hat. Well, it's not a hat, is it? Pull my circle back. And start all over again. I think I might do a magic circle instead of a 4-chain. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, that's so rude, isn't it? It's because I'm not sleeping good. Yeah, I think I might do a magic loop in the middle instead of that. Because I'd only have to darn that over, because I don't like a hole. Time to go now, I'm getting stupid. The lack of sleep has gone to my brain. Right, I don't know when I'll speak to you again. I'm hoping that Sue comes this week. She said she would be calling. She hoped sometime this week, but she didn't say when. Kelly, of course, won't be coming for a little while until she gets her headaches sorted out. She's had a couple of scans, so see how she does with those. Christina's said she'd come again. Surprised she wants to come again after having all that washing up and the ironing. Hello, Christina, if you're watching. I haven't done any more ironing. I am full of good intentions. What do they say? The road to... I hope it's not the road to hell. Is paved with good intentions. Can't remember the beginning of it. I'm sure you'll tell me. The road to something is paved with good intentions. My mother used to say that to me all the time. It's funny how things stick in your mind, isn't it, from your childhood? You can hear yourself saying them and you're thinking, oh, that's my mum. Sounding like my mum again, you know. It's... I suppose you absorb it, don't you, when you're a child, like osmosis, you know. You don't realise how much of your parents is instilled into you until you grow older and you find yourself sounding exactly like them. You know, like I used to laugh at my dad when we used to have Top of the Pops on or whatever it was at the time. And my dad used to say, it's not good music, it's not like music I used to know, it's all blah, 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 blah. It's all a load of noise. And I'm guilty of doing the same thing. I put the radio on, I'm thinking, what on earth is that noise, you know? And I'm thinking, if that's music, I'm just not bothering anymore. I'll go back to my old stuff. Fortunately, there are some really good singers around that I do actually like here. But just trying to think of his name now. I've just bought 3 of his CDs, so I should remember, shouldn't I? The guy with the red hair, anyway. I'm sure you'll tell me who he is. Forgotten his name. But yeah. So, right, I'm going to pull this circle back and try to turn it into a hat. Don't worry, Zoe, it's not your pattern that's at fault, it's user error. It definitely was user error because I did row 2 wrong, only because I wasn't reading it right. Nothing to do with your pattern, Zoe. But I'm guilty of that a lot, you know. Cocky, isn't it? You know what I mean? Oh, you half read a row and you think, oh yeah, I know that. Do that. You get to the end of the row and the count's all wrong. And then you realise that in the middle there's some brackets that say you have to do this twice or that twice. And you haven't done them, have you? So of course you've got not enough stitches or too many stitches or whatever way round it is. I still call them stitches even though it's crochet. Yes, so I'm definitely going. I still haven't caught up with all of your videos, so I've missed you out. I'm terribly sorry. But some people pop out at me because their videos are like 15-20 minutes and I think I've got time to watch that. But when I look and the video says an hour and 10 minutes or I'm thinking, no, I haven't got time right now. I'll do it later. And this is kind of when I don't watch them. You know, it's not because I don't want to watch them. It's just I forget because I put it on one side because it's an hour and 15, an hour and 20 minutes. Some people even do 2 hours. I mean, I really would have lost interest, no matter how interesting people that they are. I would have lost interest halfway through that. So, for about the 4th time, I'm going. So I will see you all sometime during the week. And I hope you're all keeping very well and not got any disasters in your area. And if you have, I'm thinking about you. So goodbye. You're now going to see me walk to the camera now. Goodbye for now.